Hello, everybody. It's Aaron. Welcome to another episode of, let's just call it modded Minecraft. We're in SolitaryCraft on the AT launcher. And that little text at the bottom of the screen is very important. Something terrible has happened. I updated my mod pack and it got an incomplete download. So I blew it away. And in the process, I deleted my world. So I regenerated the world. And I think we got something better. So before I show you where we're going to live, the default auto save key is F6. If I can hit the right key. There we go. So you can configure your auto save for so many minutes and how many to keep. I actually had a problem just a few minutes ago. I made a work table. I was going to throw some recipes in it so we didn't have to look them up. But I crashed every time I right-clicked the work table, and I ended up actually having to restore one of those auto saves. So this is a really good thing. It keeps it in your world folder. There's a folder, I believe it's named autosave, and all you have to do is copy that whole folder back out into the world folder. So anyway, this is where we're going to live, right there. I'm in bat form, by the way, right now. I killed a bat when I was caving. The flight is a beautiful, beautiful thing. The oil really had nothing to do with picking this spot. I was just running around and I saw this. So if we come up the ladder, obviously we don't need the ladder as a bat. But it's got a bunch of platforms and caves. They're all connected in some fashion. So I think this is where we're going to live. So we'll see what I can come up with. At first I really just saw this spot. So I made a dirt pile and came up here and saw how it was connected around here. I really liked it. So yeah, this is a good place in my opinion. So I wanted to focus on a couple of things this episode. Unfortunately, we can't do one of them. I'll save it for next time. I need obsidian to make one of the recipes, and I can't do that yet. But what we can do is we can set up some thermal expansion machines to power our stuff. And in true Aaron fashion, I forgot to make the dynamos. If I can find them over here. They may be on the next page. No. I'm just blind. Here they are. It's the same recipe as before. They're just called something different. So let me craft a couple of these guys and I'll be right back. We'll set this thing up and we will double some ores. So give me just a moment, please. Okay, I've got my steam dynamos. I'm using these. They're the cheapest ones. I don't really have lava or invar yet, and I really don't have any fuel, though I could probably use oil in the compression dynamo, but we're not going to worry about that yet. I do have an aqueous accumulator. A couple of things we need to make before we do this. The conduit. This is the cheaper version of the redstone energy conduit that I was talking about in the first episode. So we'll make 8 of those, and I'll go ahead and make some item ducts, though I don't know that we'll really need them, but I really like them. Next episode, I will have found diamonds. We'll make a turtle, and I'll show you my version of a nice little mining setup if you're going to run your turtle on excavate mode. And we'll make... Ooh, what am I missing? I'm probably missing copper, aren't I? Of course I am. We'll just cook up another 8 of these while we're setting everything else up. I'm trying to save the copper and tin because they spawn more rarely than a lot of the other ores. Or on different levels, either way. Alright, so which one was it? this one. There we go, 4 fluid ducts. So how about we throw the pulverizer and furnace where they normally go, right next to each other. And we really don't need item ducts for this, like I said, but I did this in my stream last night, but I use Ender IO, so I use the item ducts to actually automatically insert and export the items from the Ender IO equivalents of the pulverizer and the redstone furnace. So let's see, we'll throw our conduit in the back. And I suppose we could put our dynamos anywhere, really. Let's put them... We'll just put them in here. And this will just be a somewhat temporary setup, just so we can get our ores doubled. Now, if you notice on the conduit, there's no more input and output. It either connects or it doesn't, which is really nice. Another thing I ought to demonstrate very quickly is that you don't have to have 2 block spaces anymore. You only have to have 1. That will actually power that machine with no problem. I haven't tried it with the fluid ducts yet, but I think that they might be the same way, and the item ducts are definitely the same way. So that is really nice. It helps save a little bit of space. So I'm not sure how much floor I have under here. Nope, that's not going to do it. I'll tell you what. We'll do it like that. Put our accumulator here and some fluid ducts. These are kind of like the equivalent of the Stirling engine. And without fail, 5 or 10 minutes into the episode, the phone goes off as usual. So we can put some stone back here. Obviously, it's not going to be pretty because I'm just using cobblestone. But you can use wood. I'm not sure if you can use like ladders and stuff. Let's see. Ladders don't do it. Wood and coal do. I'm pretty sure coke will as well. So there we go. We've got some steam over here. The nice thing about these is that they don't create visual lag with moving parts. You'll notice we're getting RF in here and we're getting RF in here. And let me switch back to human form because it's really weird being 1 block tall. What we can also do, which I would really like to do, is make one of these. Let me make a block of redstone real quick. And I may need another conductance coil, and good thing we cooked up the rest of that iron. See, that's reception. Oh, can't do this one yet. Not a big deal. I'll tell you what, let me pulverize some silver and gold. And I'll turn off this input. Maybe. Let me make a piece of electrum. I want to make one of these this episode, and I want to put it in line right here and show you guys how this thing works. Actually, that really didn't take that long. I probably won't cut that. My bad. So we'll make this, and we've got our copper right Right. Okay. Here's our conduit, or our energy cell. So what we'll do is we'll put this thing right here. And if you notice, you can set each output face to input, output, or not connect. And just like in the past, blue is input, left side input. We'll change the bottom to input. If we change this one to the gold color, it won't connect at all. And if we change it to orange, it connects, but it's output. So we'll make both of those blue. We want the right side to be output. Let's verify that. And we don't really need output on the top. But the reason I wanted to do that is because if I forget to turn my engines off, like I always do, they will throttle down like normal. They'll go down to like 4 RF a tick or something. And it's just a waste of energy, or a waste of fuel, maybe both. So I like to put this in between just in case I forget to turn off my engines. You can see it actually fills up pretty quickly because it doesn't hold that much because it's the cheapest one. But either way, here we go. Bam. We can put our iron in there and we should have plenty of power. I don't believe this one is adjustable as far as what the output and input are. Oh yeah, it is. Here they are. My bad. So you can decrease and increase the output, but since we're only putting, I don't know, what do these things make? 40 RF a tick in it. 2 of these will max this out. So I'm not too worried about it. So now all that's really left to do is we make a chest. If I can remember how to craft planks, we take a chest and an item duct, and let's just say we put our chest here. We don't need a hopper. Let's set this back to input, and then we can throw another chest right here for the output. We might as well go ahead and do that as well. We'll make sure that this is, actually that will be blue and orange. So everything will go through. Normally I don't like to send the gravel through, but since now gravel can be cooked into concrete, it's not a bad idea. So item ducts, this is receiving, that is sending, and there's disconnected. If you click on the duct itself, I don't remember what the colors mean. I'll have to look it up, or you guys probably are aware of this. Please feel free to let me know in the comments, because I don't really remember from whatever mod spotlight or whatever I watched, weeks ago. So we'll go ahead and put everything we want to process in there. We'll save the ferrous. I think that's all we really need to save. So as a demonstration, if we take out the iron, now we've got copper, and it just goes, on down the row. I believe it works left to right, top to bottom, just like the Buildcraft pipes or whatever. So not a big deal. So that'll get us going. I'll make some levers to turn those dynamos off in a minute. And last but not least, one of my new favorite blocks, the elevator. I haven't read this, but my testing indicated that they get about 20 blocks is the range on them. I'll be right back when I'm done sleeping. All right, I have slept. If you notice, there's a guy shooting me over here, and I won't be able to kill him because he'll keep knocking me off the thing. All these arrows in the wall, I actually heard them flying past my head a few seconds before I woke up. So apparently I need to light this up a little better. So anyway, the elevators, you can dye them colors, and they actually will only work with a like color. So I'm pretty sure you just right click a die on them once you place them. But we've got this one here. Nothing happens unless we put one directly below it. And I wanted to test, Wook and I were talking the other day about testing to see if mobs could use them. I'm going to assume they can't, but it's still a worthwhile test. So you stand on the elevator, you jump, you go up, shift, you go down. It's awesome. Very handy. I really hate ladders. This is a much quicker solution, and you don't have to have a ladder hole from floor to floor in your base. So I'm running a little long here. I'm going to wrap up the episode. As always, if you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them down below. And if you know about the colors on the item ducts, please leave me a comment. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.